everybody, my name is James Nicol. I'm the author of the Apprentice Witch book series, and this is my September 2020 video newsletter. There's definitely a feel of autumn in the air. It's been greyer and wetter and chillier here for the last few days, but I don't mind. I love the autumn. It's my favourite time of year. I love getting cozied up in nice warm sweaters and scarves, going for a lovely walk, particularly when the leaves start to fall. Me and the dog like to go for a walk in the park and chase the leaves. That's one of our favourite things to do. It's also the perfect time of year to cull up with some books. So I've got a couple of really good book recommendations for you coming up. Autumn's usually quite busy, dashing off to do book festivals and visiting schools and things like that. And whilst that's not really happening at the moment, I've got a few exciting bits of information for schools if you're a teacher or a school librarian. The first being that last month Chicken House added to their fantastic Schools Hub resources. They have now added 3 lots of resources, one for each of the Apprentice Witch books. So there's one for the Apprentice Witch, one for A Witch Alone, and one for A Witch Come True. And these resources have been written and designed by Scott Evans, the fantastic Scott Evans, and they break down each chapter and give you comprehension activities, writing activities, and also cross-curricular activities you can do based on what's happening in each of those chapters in each of the books. So that's absolutely fantastic. They're completely free. All you need to do is visit either my website, I'll give you the address at the end, or the Chicken House Books website, and again I'll pop a link below, and you can download those resources absolutely free of charge. A huge thank you to Scott for designing them. They are really fantastic, and I'm really pleased that he got involved, and thank you to Chicken House too. And during these really weird times, it's difficult for us to come and visit schools to do talks and meet children and talk about writing. But I am now offering virtual visits. So if that's something you might be interested in, then do pop along to my website or get in touch through social media or send me an email. And I'd be delighted to virtually visit you and meet some of you through the magic of the internet. The other thing I'm very proud to be involved in at the moment is the Children in Read charity auction run by the fantastic Paddy Heron. Again, I'll pop the link to the website below. But basically, he's gathered all of these fantastic pledges from children's authors and other authors as well, in fact, for signed copies of books or special copies of books. And you can go onto the website and donate, and your money goes to children in need. And you end up with a personalised, often signed copy of perhaps one of your favourite books. The Apprentice, which is lot number 405 if you're interested, and the current total is £15, so I think we can get it up a bit higher than that, can't we? If you can support, then do pop along. Again, the link will be below for that web page, and help and join in if you are able. And thanks again to Paddy for inviting me to be part of it, and for everybody who's pledged some money and bid so far. My other exciting piece of news for this month is that I finally sent off my first, well, not really first, kind of third or fourth draft of a new story to Kezia at Chicken House. So combined within this folder and these 2 notebooks is that story. It's all been typed up, edited a couple of times, and I sent it to Kezia at the end of August, beginning of September sometime. So I'm just waiting for feedback from her on that story. I can't share too much with you about it at the moment, but I hope to in the coming months. That's simply because things are likely to change when we start to edit it together. That's often what happens. Characters will disappear. The plot might change quite dramatically. So if I tell you the story's about one thing right now, the likelihood is by the time the book is published, God willing, it will have changed quite a lot. So stay tuned, and I hope to share more with you, as I said, in the coming months. But rest assured, I'm still writing, and I hope there'll be more books from me in the not too distant future. My first book recommendation for this month is the fantastic Unadoptables by Hannah Tuke, and this is a story all about 5 orphans who set out to try and reclaim their families. The Little Tulip Orphanage Rules for Baby Abandonment. Rule 1. The baby should be wrapped in a cotton blanket. Rule 2, the baby should be placed in a wicker basket. Rule 3, the baby should be deposited on the topmost step. Not once have the rules for baby abandonment been broken, that is until the autumn of 1880, when 5 babies are left in outrageous circumstances. 1 in a toolbox, 1 in a coal bucket, 1 in a picnic hamper, and 1 in a wheat sack, and finally 1 in a coffin-shaped basket. Those babies were Lotta, Egg, Fenna, Sem, and Milou. And although their cruel matron might think they're unadoptable, they know their individuality is what makes them special, and so determined to stay together. When a most sinister gentleman appears and threatens to tear them apart, the gang make a daring escape across the frozen canals of Amsterdam, but is their real home and their real family already closer than they realise. I'm really enjoying this at the moment. I haven't quite finished it just yet, but it's been a real pleasure to read. It's a really kind of quirky and original story, and I love the kind of historical setting, which is Amsterdam in the 1880s, and it kind of feels very fairy tale-like as a result, with lots of frozen canals and skeletal windmills. It's really atmospheric, and the characters are all, it's a wonderful cast of characters from the 5 main characters, the 5 orphans, led by kind of tenacious Milou, who is just completely fixed on finding her family, who she believes have abandoned her, but intend to come back for her. She kind of leads the charge with the help of her 4 extraordinary friends. And the other characters in the story are fantastic as well, from the horrible woman that runs the orphanage, Mrs. Gaspeak, who's just really rotten, and would give Miss Hannigan a run for her money. But all of the other supporting characters, even if they just pop up, are really well realised as well. This is a lovely book. It's only available in hardback at the moment, but I think it will be out in paperback soon, and it's definitely one to pick up if you're an avid reader, and you like kind of stories with a bit of a mystery and ones that are kind of twisty-turny and you can't really see where the story's going to end up. Then this will be a perfect read for you. The Unadoptables by Hannah Tuke is available in hardback now, and it's published by Puffin. My second recommendation for this month is the brilliant The Ghost of Goswater by Lucy Strange. The Lake District, 1899. The Earl is dead, and cruel cousin Clarence has inherited everything. 12-year-old Lady Agatha Asquith is cast out of Goswater Hall to live in a tiny, tumble-down cottage with a stranger who claims to be her father. Aggie is determined to uncover her real identity, but she's not alone on her quest for the truth. On the last day of the year, when the clock strikes midnight, a mysterious girl of light creeps through the crack in time. She will not rest until the dark, terrible secrets of the past have been revealed. I am a huge Lucy Strange fan. I really loved The Secret of Nightingale Wood. She also wrote Isle Castle by the Sea, which I haven't read yet. And Lucy kindly let me read an early copy of The Ghost of Goswater because I was going on holiday to the Lake District, which is obviously where the story is set. And it was the perfect read to take on my holiday. Again, I haven't finished it yet. I'm not far from the end, and it's really good. And I could completely spoil the whole thing for you by telling you exactly what happens, and I'm not going to do that. But just to say, it is just so beautifully written. It's such a wonderfully atmospheric story. You really feel like you're transported back in time and to the Lake District, and you're right there beside Agatha as she goes through all her trials and tribulations. It is the perfect autumn read. I can't think of a more perfect autumn read to have this year than The Ghost of Goswater. It's just wonderful. I would say it's perfect for fans of people like Emma Carroll and Catherine Randell, except I think Lucy has kind of moved into kind of an area all of her own. So soon people will be saying, oh, this is perfect for fans of Lucy Strange. If you like Lucy Strange, you'll love this book. The Ghost of Goswater by Lucy Strange is published on the 1st of October, and it's published by Chicken House Books. books. That's all I've got time for this month. Do join me again in October when I'm going to be recommending some witchy and scary books, especially for Halloween. I can't wait to do that. I've got a few already lined up, so I hope you'll enjoy that. And don't forget, if you want to find out more about me, then do pop along to my website, www.jamesnicolbooks.com, and I'll put all of the links below. And of course, do give me a like and a follow on social media, and subscribe to my newsletter through my website, or subscribe to the YouTube channel to make sure that you don't miss an update from me. Take care, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you all again next month. Bye.